In the mid-16th century, Emperor Akbar's Mughal army was rapidly swallowing the Indian subcontinent, overwhelming kingdom after kingdom with sheer military volume. For most Rajput rulers facing this massive threat, the survival strategy was simple: sign a treaty, pay tribute to the empire, and trade your independence to keep your royal comforts. But look at this massive, multi-tiered hilltop fortress. It belongs to Mewar, the lone, unyielding holdout against imperial expansion. The man leading that defiance was Maharana Pratap. From childhood, he was rigorously trained in swordplay and cavalry, but his most critical lesson was the preservation of Swabhiman, his self-respect and his cultural identity. Akbar viewed territorial conquest as secondary to ideological submission. He required every Rajput king to acknowledge Mughal supremacy as the price of their survival. Akbar tried diplomacy first. He sent multiple envoys, offering immense wealth, peace, and the luxurious life of the Mughal court, much like the opulence captured in this miniature painting. Pratap rejected every single offer. The sovereignty of his people was non-negotiable. He knew exactly what that rejection meant. He consciously chose the certainty of war, starvation, and exile over a comfortable alliance. His self-respect was not for sale. On June 18, 1576, diplomacy officially died. The two forces met at Haldighati. As you can see in this modern view of the pass, it is a narrow, claustrophobic gauntlet of reddish-brown rock. When the massive Mughal army slammed into the highly motivated Rajput defenders in that tight space, the result was sheer carnage, perfectly captured by the crowded intensity of this traditional painting. Pratap didn't direct his troops from a safe vantage point. He charged straight into the fray, leading the attack from the very front lines. Surviving that day required everything from his horse, Chetak, who pushed through fatal injuries to carry the king to safety. Pratap's withdrawal from the pass marked a shift in the war. The conflict evolved from a traditional battle into a decades-long struggle of attrition. Pratap abandoned his remaining palaces and took refuge entirely within the rugged, unforgiving geography of the Aravalli Mountains, seen here. This meant severe resource shortages, hunting for scarce food, and watching his own family endure extreme physical suffering to evade capture. On this topographic map of the Aravallis, the tactical advantage is clear. A massive army is useless when its supply lines are choked in tight mountain passes. From this shield, Pratap launched relentless hit-and-run strikes against occupying outposts. He neutralized their size advantage with pure endurance. He simply outlasted the Mughal Empire's willingness to bleed resources in the hills. By his later years, those relentless campaigns successfully reclaimed major territories. He even established a new capital at Chawand, rebuilding a free kingdom marked by traditional stone architecture, like these ornate balconies. When he passed away on January 19, 1597, he died completely undefeated. We often measure historical greatness by looking at who controlled the most territory or won the most decisive battles. But true greatness is measured by a leader's adherence to their core principles when they have nothing left to lose. That ironclad resolve is why Pratap and Chetak remain the enduring symbols of courage and loyalty in Indian cultural memory. Pratap's regency rests on a single choice. He preferred the hardship of the Aravalli Hills to the security of an imperial palace. He proved that even when outmatched by an empire, the decision of when to yield remains entirely with the individual.